Hey everyone, how's it going? This is WolfPad with another chess video. Today, we'll be covering a common trap for black that comes about during the Royal Pass variation of the King Spun opening. The game starts with e4, e5, King Spun opening, Knight f3, Knight c6, and Bishop b5, denoting the Royal Pass or Spanish game. After black plays d6, supporting the pawn on e5, and preparing to break the pin on the knight with bishop to d7, white can either castle or play knight c3 in this position, leading to a positional game with roughly equal chances. But if white tries to break open the center and perhaps exploit the pin on the knight with d4, black can follow with a6. The bishop retreats and then b5. The bishop is forced back again. Note that taking on c6 after a6 is exactly what white should do to keep a small advantage on the opening, but most players will value the bishop a bit higher than the knight and will choose to retreat instead. At this point, with the bishop back on b3, black can start a series of exchanges on d4, and if white isn't careful, they'll be paying a heavy price. Starting with knight takes on d4, knight takes knight, then pawn takes knight. If white doesn't take a moment to assess the position, and instead is impatient and grabs on d4, they have fallen for the trap called Noah's Ark. There is no rush for taking back on d4. White should play bishop to d5, threatening the rook, forcing it to move, and only then recapturing on d4. From here, both sides would be pretty much equal and the game would move on. If the queen does capture on d4 right away, however, black plays c5, threatening the queen and preparing c4, trapping the bishop. The only way to delay this is to play queen to d5, which looks to be a really good move, considering it packs a double attack on f7 for mate and on the rook on a8. Black has a very nice counter to this though, starting with bishop to e6, defending the rook on a8 with the queen, preventing mate on f7, and hitting the white queen. White can deliver a check on c6 to escape the attack, but black can just retreat the bishop back to d7, hitting the queen again, and keeping the defense on the rook. White can repeat the threat on f7 with the queen, but boom, c4 hits and say goodbye bishop. There are officially no safe squares left for it, and black will go on to win. Engine is showing close to -2 in this position. That covers today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw and would like to see more, make sure to subscribe for more chess content. Also, leaving a like helps the channel a lot, so consider doing that if you think I deserve it. Catch you next time.